Alright, hello everybody, my name is Rex Galore, and today we are continuing the Battle Arcade in the Heart Gold Soul Silver Battle Frontier. I'm sorry I'm streaming a little later than I have been, but we did get sidetracked with a couple of things, but I thought I'd still hop on for a little bit. So yeah, I'm probably not going to stream super long, probably only about 2 hours. But all we're going to be doing today is the Battle Arcade. I think I'm going to be able to actually get into it, so we're going to go ahead and see. We had a streak of 2 so far from last stream, so we're going to get right in and continue that. And, I'm sorry about not having my webcam up today. It's really late, and I didn't want to have to set it up. Alright, so we're gonna pick Latios, Salamence, and Lucario. These three actually worked really well together last time, so we're gonna do that. Go ahead and save the game. There we go. Travel with Abdi, welcome in. I'm playing Pokemon Soul Silver. But yes, we're doing the Battle Factory. No, we're doing the Battle Arcade and the Battle Frontier. And it's been going pretty good. D Homekilla, thank you so much for the follow. Okay, game number 1. Let's go. Without further ado, let's activate the game board. Okay, so they're gonna start with less HP, that's cool. Thank you so much, Homekilla. I really appreciate you stopping by. Alright. Did you want to see my Pokemon? Okay, sure. Just a peek, though. Okay, so what's this team that he's got here? He's got Rhyperior, Flareon, and Honchkrow? Okay. Nothing too scary there. But yeah, we got the, follower goal met. Thank you so much for that. Okay, so for Rhyperior, we're gonna hit Ice Beam. Seen you post on the Discord and I wasn't followed. I was like, nope, following right now. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm sorry it took me so long to get into the Discord, but I had remembered that you sent me that link on TikTok, so thank you for that. Seems like a really cool Discord you got there. But yeah, normally I'd have my webcam up, but because I got started a little later than what I was initially planning, I didn't even bother setting it up. Okay, for Flareon, what we're gonna do is use Psychic. We don't have anything that'll hit it super effectively, so we're just gonna use the same type of attack bonus move with it. Okay, that wasn't enough to KO it. So yeah, we'll go for Psychic. There we go. Hold it right there. You can look, but don't touch. Damn. Alright, who's next? Okay, so he's got Vileplume, Rapidash, and Weezing. I think our team's pretty well equipped to handle those. So the gimmick with the Battle Arcade is that your Pokemon don't have any items. There's no held items unless you get one on the board here. And then you have this board that has these different like elements that you can pick from. Like for this one, there's gonna be hail falling during our match. Yeah, so at the end of each turn, our Pokemon are going to take 1/16 of their health and damage. I need a diet. I have to get out jogging. Oh, bro, me too. Me too. So yeah, ice types don't take the damage from hail, but every other Pokemon does, unless you have Wonder Guard. Or no, not Wonder Guard, Magic Guard. Yeah, so Vileplume is part Poison type, so we're gonna go for Psychic. There we go. Okay, Weezing comes out, so we can go for Psychic again. Poison type here. Alright. Very nice. And for Rapidash, we'll just hit Psychic again. There we go. Okay, well, not quite. Okay, I'm glad that Iron Tail didn't hit for that much, though, all things considered. Now we can just hit anything against Rapidash here and it'll fall. Your Pokemon know how to punch hard. You see, I'm really a boxer. Damn. Alright, number 3. So, the streaks are in 7 turns. So, like, we are almost halfway through this streak. Okay, they've got Tangrowth, Drapion, and Lapras. Again, nothing too threatening for us. And one of their Pokemon's gonna be paralyzed. Oh no, all of them are. Okay, so apparently if it's sleep or freeze, only one of them is. But then for paralyze, all of them are? Okay, that's cool. Okay, so there goes Tangrowth. Who's out next? Okay, Drapion. This is Poison and Dark, I believe. So we're not going to be able to use Psychic. We're going to have to use Thunderbolt to hit neutral. Ooh, Night Acid Slash. There we go. We'll hit another Thunderbolt. And for Lapras, we're just gonna go for Thunderbolt again. It's probably going to survive that and then KO us. But then we'll just switch to one of our other Pokemon. Yeah, the nice thing about leading with Latios is that it can hit really hard. And generally, it's going to be getting rid of most of the opponent's team. But then, if it does end up losing, they're usually like softened up enough to where the rest of the team can clean up pretty easy. Okay, on to game number 4. Whiscash, Armaldo, and Nidorina? Well, it's either Nidorina or Nidoqueen. I think that's Nidorina. Okay, so they've been given berries. Some kind of berry. Oh, okay, it's not just berries, it's any item. So they're given wide lens, so they're gonna have increased accuracy. I'll launch an avalanche of moves. I'll test the limits of your endurance. Sure, buddy, sure. Okay, so Whiscash, we're gonna use Ice Beam. Ooh, Blizzard. Damn. Okay, I'm glad that we held on with that one. Let's try Psychic. I forgot about water-resisting ice. Ooh. Okay, I guess Whiscash is just pretty bulky. There we go. Psychic to KO it. Okay, that was a Nidoqueen, not Nidorina. I haven't actually seen a Nidoqueen's like mini sprite like that before. I've never actually used a Nidoqueen. I've only used Nidoking. I guess that's kind of sexist of me. Whoops. Now Armaldo, we'll go for Thunderbolt. That should be a KO, but if it's not, we've got Lucario back there. Yeah, go to Lucario. Go for close combat. That's it. I'm all out of stock. I'd like you to leave so I can close up. Okay, game number 5. So Probopass, Hippowdon, and Frostlass? Okay. Yeah, so we don't get any events for this battle, but the game's board is going to be moving faster. So it'll be a little harder to get what we want. My present case can go either way. It's a coin toss. Okay, Sergey. So this is Rock and Steel, I believe. Yeah, we're gonna have to hit Thunderbolt. Oh, really? Wow. I didn't know Probopass had that high of a special defense. Okay, it's gotta get KO'd with this one. Or not quite. Okay. I'm really surprised it hit every stone edge there. Yeah, so with Lucario, let's just go for Thunder Punch. Finish that one off easy. So now it's either going to be Frostlass or Hippowdon to come out. Okay, it's Hippowdon. Which, honestly, I think has a really cool design. I've always really liked Hippowdon and Hippopotas. Fissure! No! Damn. Okay, well there goes Lucario. I just want you guys to know that is a 30% accuracy move. So, that was very unlikely to hit. At least Salamence is a flying type and it can't pull any shit like that against it. Oh god. Can we survive Ice Fang? Oh, fuck. Oh my god. That was insane luck. What do you mean they hit every single stone edge? They hit Fissure. And they froze me. Oh my god. Wow. Yeah, and I was actually feeling good about that run too. And then guess who came back? The old Mimi. Okay, let's start rebuilding the streak then. Yeah, let's Yeah, let's go to Blissey. We're gonna lead with Blissey, see how that goes. Then we're gonna get Latios and Metagross. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to completely restart that streak because of that, but... Okay. We should be good, though. Yeah, he's leading with a Krabby, so... At least we've got a physical attacker. So we should be able to get counter shenanigans going. Okay, so we get some kind of berry. Cherry berries. Okay. Okay. That's cool. Aren't they pretty? Adorable? They're my beloved Pokémon! I would certainly describe Krabby and Kingler as pretty. Yes, I would. Yeah, let's go ahead and hit counter immediately. Oh, it must have known. I'm using... It must have known that I'm using a counter strategy. So it went for a special move instead. But it is lowering my defense. Okay, here comes Vice Grip. And now counter should KO it after that. Got Piplup, so now counter. I wonder what Piplup's gonna use. Aerial Ace. Okay, we can counter that one too. Wait, Piplup can learn Supersonic. Yeah, let me look. Is that an egg move for it? Well, it's not a level up move, so yeah, it must be something you can learn through breeding. Wait. Oh, okay, yeah, it is. That's really weird. I had no idea I could learn Supersonic. I love weird egg moves. Okay, let's go for Icy Wind. And Icy Wind again. I'm sure Oddish is gonna finish off Blissey on this turn. Or not, okay. What are you doing to my Pokémon? What have you hurt them? That's a pretty big if, mate. Okay, so that first battle went pretty well. Now we've got Slowpoke, Gibble, and Shinx to worry about. Okay, I'm given a different berry. So we had cherry berries. What now? Aspear, okay. That would have been helpful when I got frozen with Ice Fang earlier. Okay, so against Slowpoke, we're gonna go for Toxic. Because it's probably gonna be going for special moves. We'll hit Icy Wind to kind of whittle it down a little more. Oh, Water Pulse too, okay. Oh, he's disabled our Icy Wind. Okay. So he knows Confusion, Water Pulse, Disable. I'm guessing he doesn't have a physical move. So yeah, let's just go for Soft Boiled and heal. Okay, yeah, his last move's Yawn. Which apparently is just as contagious to people. Damn. Okay, let's switch to Metagross. Zen Headbutt. Okay, maybe we... Wow, the accuracy for that move must be, like, really bad. Let me check. What is Zen Headbutt's accuracy? 90? Okay. Oh, he's got Sand Veil, yeah. So Sand Veil boosts evasion in a sandstorm. So that paired with the move already not having the best accuracy, of course it's gonna miss a little more. But now Shinx we can just one-shot with Earthquake. Larvitar, Cherubi, and Chikorita. Okay. Okay, so her Pokemon are gonna be poisoned. Okay, and each and every one is poisoned too. Okay, yeah, so for Paralyze and Poison, they all suffer that effect, but Sleep and Freezing, it's just one of them that suffers it. Okay. I'm guessing Burn, they probably all do too. go for another Icy Wind here. Okay, yeah, looking at Bulbapedia, it does seem like... the burn effect does affect all of them. So it's just freeze and sleep that affect one. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, that's really good to know. Let's do another Icy Wind. Oh. Lissy, come on, be a sister. Be a sister. There we go. Another Icy Wind. Okay, looks like it'll take 3 of them against Cherubi here. Another one. Another one, thank you. There we go. Yeah, so we'll heal up there. Okay, game number 4. So they've got Machop, Vibrava, and Shieldon. Okay. That's a concept. Okay, they've got a berry. They're gonna be given a berry for this one. The Lumberry. Okay, so we can't affect any status conditions for them. So if I need to poison any of them, I'm going to have to use Toxic twice. Okay. Yeah, so Machop, let's just hit counter. We'll hit counter again. Oh, he's just gonna go for Scary Face again. Okay. Well, he can only use it one more time. Okay, there goes Rock Tomb. Oh, wow, that didn't hit hard enough for me to actually one-shot it. Okay. Let's go for another one. Okay, here comes another one. Now Shieldon comes out. Using Iron Head. Okay, Vibrava. Probably... This is probably the same one that I got from the Battle Factory that had, God, what were the moves? It was like... Dragon Breath, Ominous Wind... It was Dragon Breath, Ominous Wind... I think one of them was like Safeguard or maybe Protect, and then some other third move that I can't remember. We're just gonna hit Icy Wind. It's probably not gonna be hitting us for anything physical, so no need to use counter. Mud Slap, yeah, that was it. That was the last move. There we go. Good job, Lissy. Yeah, we're almost done with this first streak here. Okay, yeah, we're running into some tougher Pokemon now. With Beedrill, Ariados, and Dunsparce. What's the effect gonna be this time? Okay, we've got nothing for this one. So out comes her Beedrill. I think what we're gonna do is just hit counter right away. Oh, of course it goes for agility. Yeah, I think they know that I'm running counter so that they do like stall out the turns like that by setting up. That's what it feels like, at least. Okay. Ooh, they're gonna Toxic me. Okay, yeah, finish it off with this counter. Ariados. We can't poison it. I imagine it's gonna be using something physical though, so let's just hit counter. Okay, yeah, it's gotta be like trying to stall us, because why would it hit something that it knows it wouldn't be able to actually hit me with? Okay, yeah, let's go for Icy Wind. Get a little bit of chip on it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so Toxic increases the amount of damage that it does every turn. So, like, on the first turn, I believe it's 1/16 that it does, and then it adds an extra 16th per turn, capping out at half, I think? Or it might be, like, 7 out of 16 that it caps at. Let me check. Okay, while I'm looking for that, let me go ahead and just use Psychic on it with Latios. Okay, so... Yeah, forgive me, it's 1/8 of its maximum HP. But then... That's regular poison, but then badly poisoned, it is, 1/16, which then they do add an additional 16 per turn. And it says here, there's a formula, actually. The damage stops increasing when it equals 15 times your max HP divided by 16. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I love the, like, weird amounts of math that go on in every single calculation in these games. Like, I always said that I didn't really like math that much when I was a kid, but honestly, like, with how much I love Pokémon and, like, RPGs in general, like, these games are all math. Like, it's math and a lot of reading. I always loved reading, but I never really cared for math. Ooh, all grass types this time. This ought to be fun. And they're all gonna be burned. Yeah, so the red panels are things that affect their side, the blue panels affect our side, and then the gray panels affect the field. Okay, how much is Icy Wind gonna do against this thing? I know Blissey's not like the hardest hitting Pokemon. Okay, yeah, we'll hit counter, but it's not gonna do anything. The burn's gonna finish it off. Next comes Skiploom. So Icy Wind should be a one-shot here. Because this one is grass and flying, so it's quadruple super effective. And finally Chikorita. I love when they all have, like, the same type on their team. That's pretty fun. It doesn't really happen that often in these, since they pick the teams at random, really. Okay, the burn's gonna finish it off here. There we go. Bye, pumpkin. Okay, here's the last one for this streak. Got Quilava, Furret, and Gabite. Okay, no event for this one. So for Quilava, I'm thinking it's probably going to use Flame Wheel, so we'll hit counter. Oh! Or it'll go for Smokescreen. Go on. Yeah, there's Flame Wheel. Now, I think counter ignores accuracy checks, so that's no biggie. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now comes Furret. We're probably getting a physical attack here, so counter again. Yeah, Slash is definitely physical. For Gabite, I do want to try Icy Wind. I know that our accuracy has been, like, very heavily reduced, but let's at least try that. Okay, yeah. Streak number 1 done. Now let's get right on to streak number 2. Yeah, as soon as we're able to. Okay, yeah. Welcome to the Battle Arcade, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Let's get right into the single battles, and rather than leading with Blissey this time, we're gonna lead with Latios. It's better for damage. We're gonna go for Metagross and Salamence. Yeah, both of the Gen 3 pseudos. Yeah, I'd like to at least get another strike here. Well, another streak here done, and then we can get number 3 started, hopefully. Or maybe not just get it started. Maybe we'll be able to beat the Frontier Brain here and like get to where we would have the silver print. We've already got the silver print, but maybe we can at least get back to where we were with that. That would be cool. Psychic. Psychic again. Now Soul Rock. So this is Rock and Psychic. We'll go for Shadow Ball. Oh, very nice. Ladian, Wobbuffet, and Castform. Ooh, and they have extra levels, damn. So with Ladian, we're going to hit, Thunderbolt to KO it really quick. It should still be a one-shot even with the level gap. Or not quite, okay. It just went for agility though, so... Oh, and another one, okay. Who's coming out next? Castform? Okay. Psychic. Hail. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna transform into an ice type, so... Yeah, it's not going to take any damage from that, so we still have to take another turn to beat it. Which, yeah, let's just use Shadow Ball now. Yeah, Castform has the ability Forecast, which, lets it change forms like that in the weather. So it's normally a normal type, and then under a sunny day, it turns into a fire type. With rain, it turns into a water type, and with hail, it turns into an ice type. Okay, we've got Wobbuffet here. I don't think we'll be able to one-shot it with Shadow Ball, but let's see. I love the female Wobbuffet, though, with the lipstick. It's so funny. Ooh, I think the crit mattered. Thank God. Oh wow, we just saw Soul Rock not too long ago, and now we're seeing Lunatone. And then Crocodile and Quilava. Okay. Please don't get the Omni Boost. Of course it does. Okay. Go for Shadow Ball again. Knock it out. Now for Croconaw, easy, Thunderbolt. And Quilava will just hit Psychic. Nice. Good job, Latios. Okay, on to game number 4. Another Battle Girl, okay. With Sandslash, Amistar, and Perugly. Okay, I think we're pretty well equipped for this team now. And it's gonna be under a Sandstorm. So I don't know what Sandslash's ability is. Let me check and see what Sandslash's abilities even are. That's not a Pokemon I really think of that often. Oh, okay, it's gonna have Sand Veil. That could be annoying. Let's hit Ice Beam. Now Perugly comes out. Perugly is pretty bulky, but I think Psychic's gonna do it here. Okay, very nice. And what was the third one? It was Perugly... Oh, Amistar, okay. Thunderbolt's probably a one-shot. Oh wait, yeah, the special defense boost. Wow, the fact that it runs Water Gun is crazy. Yeah, so Sandslash, Perugly, and Amistar was the team. Game number 5 right here. Okay, Chincho, Lickitung, and Baniri. Okay, their health's gonna be reduced. Okay, so for this one, we're just gonna hit Psychic. That should be a one-shot. Yep. And Lickitung, we're gonna do the same. It's probably gonna be a two-shot, though. I think. Well, maybe not. Okay. And Baniri, same thing. Ooh, okay, so the items that you get, sometimes it's not just ones that have beneficial effects. Sometimes they give you ones like the lagging tail. Ooh, that's nasty work. Yeah, these ones actually go by pretty quick, all things considered. It's especially nice when we only have, like when we have the battles that have no events like this. Got poor worker Benji here. Yeah, let's go ahead and hit Ice Beam. Numel, let's go Psychic. And Cubone, Psychic would probably do it, but let's go Ice Beam for style points. Okay, last one for this round. Sandstorm. And we've got Cacturne, Magmar, and Xatu. That's an interesting team. I think Cacturne might have Sandveil. Yeah, it does. Okay. What luck that he managed to get the Sandstorm then. Not that good a luck though. Alright, give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna be right back. Let me just flip over to this screen here. There we go. Mute my mic. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, I figured flipping over to that screen where there'd be no audio would help with the nastiness that goes on with the audio whenever I need to switch my mic off. But then, like, it still does the flickering thing, and I don't like that. I think what I need to do is set keyboard codes for switching my scenes in OBS, and I'm gonna have to start using those. And include one to mute the mic too. That way I don't have to, like, have OBS as my, like, main front-facing one, and we can just switch real easy like that. Because, like, hopefully that would still work, because the 3DS capture software does work better whenever I have that as, like, the main active window. Or at least it seems to. Or maybe I should take the window here, well, this stream scene here, and maybe we should use Loopy's software instead of the Cute Capture for the next stream and see if that'll help. Okay, yeah, here's streak number 2. Okay, yeah, we're gonna start the third one now. Single battles, of course. Latios. And Metagross and Salamence. We're just gonna go with them again. The Divas, the Dolls. Oh, I just noticed all of them are blue too. Cool. Okay, Kabutops, Marshtomp, and Cloyster. Okay. Well, all my Pokemon are gonna be burned. Which sucks for Metagross. Like, that means his attack's gonna be reduced, but thankfully it's only for this round. This fight. Okay, Thunderbolt. Again on Cloyster. Marshtomp is part ground type, so we're not going to be able to use Thunderbolt. So we're going to hit Psychic. Please don't hit yourself. Damn. They really don't listen. Now I'm guessing Ancient Power is also an egg move. Latios, come on. Get it together. Yeah, we'll go to Salamence. And let's be over the top, Draco Meteor. Okay, yeah, it is an egg move on Mudkip, starting in Gen 4. Yeah, it didn't get it in Gen 3, but starting from Gen 4, it became an egg move for it. That's interesting. Hidden Red Panda, welcome in, and thank you so much for the follow. I hope you're doing well. Okay, oh, their levels are gonna go up. Oh well. That's alright. I don't think that's gonna make too much of a difference for us. If you prevail, I'll recount you to a tale from my youth. Damn. Okay. That sounds like a fun time. Gilliam. That's an interesting name. Okay, for Zangoose, the best option is just to use Psychic. Okay, still a one-shot, even with a level difference. Great. Rotom comes out next. Luckily we have Shadow Ball. There we go. And Swalot. Swalot is pretty bulky, but I think Psychic should do. Okay, it barely held on. That's wild. There we go. Okay, game number 3. Luxio, Primeape, and Monferno. Okay, okay, we've got this, we've got this. Yeah, no event for this one. So he leads with Luxio. So once again, we're just gonna go with Psychic. Because like I said during last night's stream, a lot of fans want it to be part dark type for some reason. I never understood that. But like, it's a pure electric type. Monferno, just Psychic. Because Monferno is part fighting type. Which sometimes I forget. Like, sometimes I think it just gains the fighting type when it's Infernape. But no, it actually gains it as Monferno. I've never actually used the Chimchar line at all. Like, I have picked Chimchar before in, like, a couple of the games that I've started, but I've never actually used Chimchar. Like, anytime I pick him, that's always a run where I abandon my starter. Okay, yeah, this will be another easy one for us to steamroll. There we go. Got a Cloyster here. Yeah, so Thunderbolt. That'll be a really easy one-shot. Same thing with Grumpig and Shadow Ball. That should definitely be a one-shot. Oh! Okay. Prove me wrong, that's fine. See, I've gotten mad with power. I'm so used to the choice specs. And it probably would have been a one-shot with choice specs. Because, like, that's what I was using with the Battle Hall. And how I was able to, like, eventually finally get through that one. Okay, if we get some better luck here with Amistar. Maybe we can actually hit Thunderbolt and one-shot it. Okay, where were we in this one? This is game number 5? Okay, so we're almost done with this streak. Okay, all my Pokemon are gonna be burned. Damn. But this team should be easy to deal with. Okay. For Golbat, hit Psychic. Piloswine. Psychic. I think Piloswine is adorable. I really like that whole line of Pokemon. Swinub is my favorite from it, but I also really like Mamoswine and Piloswine both. Piloswine, I think, is just so cute. It reminds me, with its long shaggy hair, it kind of reminds me of my Yorkie. My little Ailey. Because, like, her hair kind of covers her eyes sometimes, too. Which is just so cute. That's Thunderbolts. Okay, so that's battle number 5 done. Let's move on to 6. With Dodrio, Cacturn, and Cloyster. We've been seeing a lot of Cloyster. And a lot of Cacturn, too. Because, like, I saw a couple during yesterday's stream, too. How weird. Okay. For Dodrio... yeah, we get it. The sun's shining. Ice Beam. For Cacturn, we can also just hit Ice Beam. And then his last Pokemon was Cloyster. So we're gonna have to use Thunderbolt for that one. There we go. God, I love the music in here. Okay, yeah, we're on streak 3, so here is battle number 7 against Frontier Brain Dahlia. I love how she literally enters twirling in. That's great. She's using Dusk Noir, Medicham, and Ludicolo. Okay. Under a sandstorm. Okay, at least that's going to be damaging her Pokemon. But then she's probably going to be using Rain Dance on Ludicolo. That's what I'm assuming here. But you guys all know what they say about assuming. Makes an ass out of you and me. Okay, so Dusk Noir is a pure ghost type. We're going to use Shadow Ball and hope that it is enough to one-shot it. I know it's pretty tanky though, so it might take 2. Yeah. Okay. She's only gonna Will-O-Wisp us though. Which, like, obviously that's not good, but it could be worse. Another Shadow Ball to finish. Yeah, that damage is gonna be, like, slowly racking up on us. Damn. Okay, Medicham, Shadow Ball. Oh, after the fake out. Ooh. Oh wait, yeah, pure power. It is going to Maybe we'll try Psychic. That's going to hit neutrally, but we still have the same type of attack bonus. Yeah, we're probably going to lose Latios here after the burn. Okay, not quite, not quite. Use Psychic to finish him off. Now we're gonna get finished off with Sandstorm. And yeah, let's bring in Salamence. For this one, we're gonna see how much Draco Meteor does. Ludicolo is kind of tanky, but I don't know. Okay, we got a crit. Well, there goes Frontier Brain Dahlia. Which, again, if I didn't already have it, this would get us the silver print. And with that, we're going to try one more streak before I go to bed. Yeah, let's go ahead and get that started. Once again, we're gonna lead with Latios. And go with Salamence and Metagross again, too. They're cool. Oh! Wait, what? Hold on. I did not mean to exit out of that. Latios, Metagross, Salamence, confirm. Yeah, I was just looking away and I mindlessly tapped no, I guess. Whoops. Okay, yeah, so what's the first team we're facing against? Swampert, Vileplume, and Meganium? Okay. With reduced health, too. Damn. Okay. Alright. Swampert. So yeah, go for Psychic. Almost makes me wish I would have put like Energy Ball or something. If Latios can even learn that. Okay, yeah, we barely held on. But we can finish him off. Very good. Vileplume, we're going to be able to one-shot with Psychic. Alright, and what was the third one that he had? I can't remember. Meganium, okay. Yeah, he's got Meganium too, so we're just going to use Ice Beam. Bye, pumpkin. Hopefully. Oh, not quite. But they're just gonna charge up a solar beam. Okay. Yeah. We can finish them off there. Okay, on to game number 2 here. With Cacturn, Luxio, and Venomoth. Again, that's a very interesting team. And their levels increased too. I am a psychic, though I may not look like one. I'll do something psychic. Honestly, like, Cacturn has such a cool design. And then I remember one of the things from that big Terra leak was this, like, freaky looking sprite that was in, like, a completely different art style of, like, a beta Cacturn that looked so cool. And, like, I'm glad they changed the design to make it something a little more palatable, but that really freaky art style was neat. Yeah, Luxio, just psychic. Ooh, Signal Beam. Okay, game number 3. We've got a Roughneck coming up, and he's got Sneasel, Magneton, and Hitmontop. Okay. Yeah, Sneasel. I think our best bet here is going to be Thunderbolt. But I seem to recall Thunderbolt, like, not being a consistent one-shot on Sneasel unless I had choice, the choice specs on. Yeah, so we're gonna see here. Yeah, we were able to hold on after Feint Attack, thank goodness. And now for Hitmontop, Psychic. Wow, Bullet Punch did more than I was expecting. But I guess it probably does have Technician. Well, not even probably. I think that's the only ability you can have in this gen. Go for Thunderbolt. Okay, there is the paralysis, so maybe it'll go for something that won't damage us. Okay, cool. Can we get lucky again? No, we can't. Okay. Well, I tried. Yeah, that takes care of Latios, but we still have more. So let's go to Metagross. We'll use Iron Head. Oh. Okay, but he flinched. Good. Tauros, Swampert, and Poliwrath? Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna be getting an item here. Please be something useful. Scope Lens? Okay. Yeah, so Tauros should be one-shot with Psychic. Or, okay, not quite. Didn't think he had that much bulk, but okay. Swampert, Psychic again. He's probably gonna Ice Punch us. Yep. Which we should be able to survive. Hopefully we don't freeze. Okay. And hopefully he doesn't have Aqua Jet. Yeah, that would have sucked. Poliwrath. I would say Thunderbolt, but he's water and fighting, so we'll go for Psychic. Ooh, Vacuum Wave. But we did hang on. And hopefully this will be a one-shot. Alright, very good. Good job, good job, Latios. Battle number 5. With Glaceon, a Porygon 2, and Licky Licky. Okay. It's a pretty bulky team. Okay, they're getting an item. What are they getting? Power Herb? Okay, that might not be useful for any of their Pokemon. So yeah, with Latios, we don't have anything that's super effective against Glaceon, so we're just gonna stick with Psychic. Because that's always gonna be the most damaging move with those options. Hopefully that's not a one-shot. Of course it is. Of course. We'll go to Salamence, who should outspeed, and this one has flamethrowers, so we can definitely get that one out of the way. For Porygon 2, Draco Meteor. We don't have Eviolite, so Porygon 2 is not going to be as bulky. And it is just going for Charge Beam, which is neutral. Yeah, we'll go for a second Draco Meteor. Yeah, so we are at -4 special attack. We're gonna have to switch to Metagross to finish Licky off. Let's go for Protect and see what it does. Belly Drum? Okay. It might be best to just stay in then. Yeah, go for Flamethrower. Hope it burns. Oh, it used Rest. Okay. Yeah, I see what it's doing now. So while it's asleep, let's switch to Metagross. It's probably going to be using Sleep Talk or something. Or not. Okay. Iron Head. Iron Head again. It's gonna wake up on this turn. But what's it gonna do? It's gonna flinch. Okay, Magneton, Wigglytuff, and Grumpig. Again, that's a very interesting team. Yeah, and their health's gonna be reduced. Okay, Magneton. We'll go Psychic. I do think that Thunderbolt would be the best option, but like Psychic does have Stab on it, so I don't know. Wigglytuff, Psychic. Boom. Hyper Voice, okay. Creative. That's a move that I don't really see that often, except on, I see it on Sylveon. And, Sylveon and, Primarina. Those are really the only Pokemon I see using that move very often. But it's a move that I associate with the Pokemon Exploud. Well, the whole Whisper line, really. Because I remember that was the first Pokemon I saw use it back in Ruby and Sapphire. I Suck 316, thank you so much for the follow. I hope you're doing well. And thank you for the check-in. Always great to see more folks come in from TLC. Okay, so first thing that this trainer puts out is a Magnezone. I'm doing okay, just waking up. Nice, nice. Yeah, I'm staying up a bit late tonight. But yeah, I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. Yeah, we are just trying to get the gold print in the Battle Arcade in Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver here. It's 2 a.m. here, but I've been on a night schedule. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, in my time zone, it's 3. Because I'm in the central time zone. Oh, explosion, okay. Oh yeah, definitely I'm up late. I'm normally up late like this though, so I'm not really bothered. Oh, you're also central? Okay. Let's go for Salamence. Gotcha. Bloody hell, it is 3 a.m. Wow, maybe I need to go back to sleep. Yeah, that could be a good option. Yeah, it is definitely 3 a.m. Like, I'm normally up around this time anyway, but usually I don't stream this late, but I didn't get to start until, like, 1. I don't play Pokemon, but it does look fun. Yeah, I've noticed, like, since I've started networking with a lot of streamers, at the start of this year, there's a lot of folks out there that don't play Pokemon. But yeah, it's always been, like, one of my favorites since I was a kid. You do have Pokemon Go on your phone? Alright, that counts. That counts as something. Yeah, Pokemon Go, I had the app on my phone, but I did have to delete it. Yeah, I didn't play Go much, but my brother was, like, super into Go. like when that first came out. Like, he and I like to go on, like, hikes in, like, one of the trails where I live. Like, we like to go hiking there anyway, but, we did it a lot more often whenever Pokemon Go first came out. I've always liked them, but I never got super into it. Wish I had, like with cards and trading. Yeah, the trading cards were always, something that was really cool. I was always, like, much more into the games and the anime, but I did have a pretty decent collection of the cards, too, at one point. Alright, that is streak number 4. So we've officially done 28 matches in here. Let's see if we can get one more streak done before we end stream tonight. Now let's go Latios, Metagross, and Salamence again. They've been working really good together. Yeah, do you have a favorite Pokemon? Because I know, like, a lot of people, even if they're not, like, super into the games, they'll still have, like, a favorite. Especially, like, if they've been playing Pokemon Go or messing around with the cards. Okay, this is an all-water type team. They've got Slowking, Golduck, and Tentacruel. Alright. I do, but I don't know what the name of it is. Ooh, okay, mystery. Yeah, can you describe what it looks like? A trainer am I, a new ray of hope from the land of the midnight sun. It looks like a fox with a fluffy tail and fluffy hair in the middle of its head. Oh, that's Eevee, I think. Yeah, let me get that up on Bulbapedia, post that link in chat. It's just so cute, that's why I like it, not because of skill or anything. Yeah, I just posted the link in chat. But yeah, it's definitely a very cute one. I adore Eevee and all of its evolutions. Yeah, liking it because it's cute is definitely a valid reason. It was that one? Awesome. Yeah, Eevee's adorable. And I love that in recent years it's been becoming like a second mascot for Pokemon too. Because it's like they started using it in a lot of like promotional stuff too, just like how they do with Pikachu. And like, in my opinion, it's a little more welcome than seeing Pikachu everywhere, just because I've been seeing that thing all the time since I was born, really. Okay, finally we've got Golduck here. I love me a Golduck, but we're gonna have to hope we one-shot it. Okay, please don't hit yourself. Wow, it's like it hears me and it wants to do the opposite. Like, game, be a sister, please. Okay, so they're gonna be setting up Calm Minds now. That's worrisome, potentially. So it's probably gonna take 3 Thunderbolts to KO it now. Or no, we get a crit. Okay. That's fine. We will welcome that. Your foul trickery deserves contempt. Damn. I don't think random luck is really foul trickery, but okay. Whatever you say, Diva. Whatever you say. Yeah, so for this team, we've got Crobat, Yanmega, and Magnezone. Magnezone's a problem for this team. Oh my god, this thing's moving so fast. And now it's gonna be moving randomly. Okay. Yeah, so Crobat's gonna be easy. We've got Psychic to deal with that one. That's right, Kimothy. Yes. Psychic. Forgot how fast those things are. There we go. Now Yanmega comes out. For Yanmega, we are just going to use Thunderbolt. Sandaporto. There we go. And the third Pokemon was Magnezone. Okay, yeah, Magnezone is troublesome. I'm gonna go shower and maybe lay back down. I'm gonna have you tabbed up. Hope you have a great rest of your stream, new friend. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you stopping by. Hopefully I can catch one of your streams if you are a streamer. You're in TLC, so I'm guessing you are. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to catch one of yours. And yeah, I really appreciate you stopping by. Okay, they set up a light screen, so they're gonna take even more time to defeat. Literally all of our moves are resisted, so Psychic is the best option. Okay, Mirror Shot, how much is that gonna do? Damn, okay. Yeah, let's just do another Psychic. And one more. Okay, so let's just send out Salamence and we can finish that one off. Flamethrower. Alright. And now on to the next one. What do we have here? We've got a youngster with a Manectric, Charizard, and Slowbro. Okay. Manectric might be a problem, but the rest of them shouldn't be. Well, actually no, we've got a special attacker here. Manectric's not gonna be a problem. Ooh, what's his BP to? Oh, okay. So I received 1 BP for that. Cool. Okay, so Manectric, we're just going to use Psychic. That should be a one-shot. Hopefully Manectric doesn't, like, outspeed and Thunder Wave us or something, because that could spell trouble for us. Use Psychic, and hopefully that'll do enough. Slowbro, we're gonna stick with Thunderbolt. Okay, that was a lot of damage, but not a one-shot. On the second one, however, there we go. Charizard should be a one-shot with Thunderbolt. That's what we're gonna hope for, at least. There we are. Just about. Charizard, how dare you hold on. Okay. How dare he be named Colby? He wants to be Sasha Colby so bad. But guess what? You'll never be Sasha. You will never be her. Ooh, okay. Toxicroak, Caesar, and Weavile. That's an interesting team. Toxicroak's gonna be, like, really easy to take care of. I might need to switch to Salamence for Caesar, and it'll probably be good against Weavile, too, with Flamethrower. So now the board's gonna move even faster, like it hasn't been going fast enough. It's been so long since I had my last battle. Which trainer class is this? Oh, that's one of the school kids. With her fuck-ass Bob, okay. We love a fuck-ass Bob around here, folks. Okay. Hit Psychic. Weavile comes out. If Sneasel wasn't a one-shot with Thunderbolt, Weavile's definitely not gonna be. Oh, and it outspeeds us, okay. Ooh! Ooh, okay, we barely held on. Damn. Yeah, we're gonna get knocked out here. Ebola Colorhead, welcome in. Yeah, thank you for the check-ins. I'm a little afraid to bring out Salamence here. So let's go for Metagross. And we'll hit Earthquake. Ooh, double team. Okay. Yeah, I hope you're doing well tonight, or honestly, it's late enough I can be counting it as this morning. Okay, and now Caesar comes out. Alright, you're fine. I'm glad to hear it. Earthquake for Caesar. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I wasn't able to start stream until a little later, because my brother got home from work and we watched a few TV shows, and wound up staying up a little later than I was planning, but that's alright. Yeah, it was. My brother likes this webcomic called Let's Play, and it's like a cute little romantic comedy. And, we've been watching the anime for that, and that's one of the things that we watched earlier, along with, the New Zealand season of The Traders. Thanks for the follow, Josh. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm a sucker for a good, like, romantic comedy, and, like, this one's, like, really charming. Alright, it's going pretty good for me, Josh. Like I said, it's a little later than I normally stream, but it's fun, being able to see some new faces come in that I don't normally get to see, because I'm normally not live this late. And the games are going pretty well. Oh boy. Okay, the enemy's got an item. What is it? So the enemies were given the wide lens. Okay, that's not too big a deal. You mean to challenge me? Well, yes. Oh, damn. God, I wish the, like, pomade that I used in my hair had that much hold. Damn. Okay, Ice Beam should be a one-shot against Dragonite. Dusk Noir, this is going to be a two-shot with Shadow Ball. Thank you for the hydrate, I appreciate it. Okay, so for anyone who's not familiar with the Pokemon games, what Trick Room does is it reverses the turn order. So, slower Pokemon go first, meaning Latios is no longer going to be outspeeding. So whatever Dusknoir is going to do is going to hit us first. Luckily, he just burned us with Will-O-Wisp. Of course, gotta make sure we stay hydrated. Well, yes! And I've got plenty of drinks here. Okay, we've got an Aggron to deal with now. Everything we have on Latios is resisted. So yeah, we're just gonna go with Psychic. I have no clue about the whole Pokemon, it's not my cup of tea. That's understandable. It's not a franchise that's for everyone. But it's definitely one that I've been a fan of for, like, basically my whole life. Okay, there goes Latios. Damn. So, I think we're gonna switch to Metagross. He's not going to take any damage from the Sandstorm, being a Steel type. And Earthquake should be super effective. Quadruple super effective. So this should finish Aggron off. There we go. You defeated me? Who are you to do that? A trainer that's better than you, clearly. Okay, game number 6. This one's going by fairly quick. Yo, thanks for the 5 bits, Josh. Oh, holy shit, that's going fast. What do we do? Oh god, it's gonna go even faster this next one. Oh my god. There's gotta be like a cap at how fast it can go. No worries, love to show support and love when I can. And it's much appreciated. So, I lead with this, then counter. I can't get our strategy right. Alright, girly pop, let's see what you got here. We've got Golduck. We're gonna one-shot that with Thunderbolt. Or barely miss out on it, that's fine too. Oh boy. Go for Shadow Ball then to finish it off. Alright. Who is next? Tauros? Now, Tauros was surprisingly bulky earlier. So it should be a 2-shot with Psychic. Yeah. Hopefully Thrash doesn't do too much to us. Okay, we'll get that one finished off there. And now for Sceptile, we just have to hit Ice Beam. God, I love Sceptile so much. My very first Pokemon game was Sapphire on the Game Boy Advance, and Trico, which is what evolves into Sceptile, was my very first starter. So yeah, that's a Pokemon that I'm, like, fairly attached to. Oddly enough, even though I picked Trico, and most of the time when I play through any of the Gen 3 games, well, the Gen 3 Hoenn games, or their remakes, I almost always pick Trico. The one that I had a plushie of was actually Torchic, the fire starter. And that's one that I've never actually used. Okay, we've got some trouble here. He's got Slacking, Blissey, and Bastiodon. Slacking is a very dangerous Pokemon. It can only attack every other turn because of its ability, but it can hit as hard as the Legendary. And then Blissey is super bulky. So yeah, maybe we lose here. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. Okay, and they get an item. Just a scope lens, though? Okay. I'm a policeman, but on holidays, I'm an entirely different kind of guy. Ooh, okay. Alright, Quincy. Oh god. He's picking his nose in the Sprite. Bro. That's crazy. Okay, thank goodness we got the crit there. That means we don't have to see that Sprite for any longer. Slinky Slinks, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Go for Psychic. See, that barely did anything. And now it's gonna be tanking, it's gonna be stacking up boosts, so it'll do even less. What's good, brother? Saw your link in Choco's Discord. Thank you so much for stopping by from there. I really appreciate it. We are trying to get the gold print in the Battle Arcade, which is a battle facility in the Pokemon games that, you pick 3 Pokemon from your team, their items get taken away, and then you are facing off against trainers with like these randomized teams, and each turn they have like a different event that can happen. Like one of your Pokemon could be frozen, all of them could be burned, or you get given an item. And it's honestly a really fun challenge. It's not as fun whenever you get frozen, but Blissey does have an ability that that makes it so it can get freezes like that a little more often. This game actually looks sick. Yeah, this is my favorite Pokemon game. Okay. Yeah, I was not kidding when I said we might lose here earlier. I'm gonna be sick. I've never played Pokemon. Yeah, I was saying earlier, there's quite a few people in a lot of the different servers I've been networking in who've never played Pokemon, and that's just really interesting. I always had like a really tight-knit friend group where we all like really played Nintendo stuff, and that was mainly all we did. So like I'm used to that I'm used to that like really small what's the word? Like that really small group of people who all play Pokemon together. But like ever since I've started networking with like more streamers and stuff, I'm getting a lot of people that aren't like super familiar with the games or the franchise in general. It's really quite interesting to me. I've only watched Pokemon 3 with the lion-looking Pokemon, that's it. Oh, that's a good movie. Okay, we're probably getting knocked out here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah, unfortunately we're gonna lose here. Unless I get like super lucky, I get the paralysis here, and it gets fully paralyzed. Which of course that doesn't happen. Oh? Oh? Is Entei his name? I don't know. Actually, yeah, you're right. That Pokemon is called Entei. Okay, we got the special defense drop. Ugh! Okay, we lost. Damn it. Well. Alright, well, I really was hoping that I wouldn't lose there, but what can you do? I'll drop you a follow on YouTube. Hey, thank you so much. Yeah, I mostly post my VODs and stuff over there, but I do have some other content in the works. Like, I recently finished a minimum battles Pokemon challenge in Pokemon X, And I will be editing that down into a video that I'm hoping I'll have out by the end of the month. But I also have like 20 or so hours of footage to edit down with that, so I really don't know how long that's gonna take. Let's go ahead and get one streak done. I don't want to, like, start my next stream of this from the very bottom, so, like, let's at least get one done. Yeah, go ahead and save. God, this theme is so good. I like that it kind of sounds like the kind of clubby music I think of when I think of older arcades. I got you on YouTube and TikTok. Thank you, I appreciate it. Okay, yeah, so with this being the first streak, most of the Pokemon are gonna be like, in their first stage, so this is gonna go by super quick, even with our Pokemon paralyzed. But yeah, I post most of my clips and stuff that I take from Twitch over on my TikTok. So yeah, hopefully those are all enjoyable. I think that people seem to really enjoy them. At least that's what I've been hearing. But yeah, I am trying to like grow a little more on TikTok and YouTube, so I really appreciate that again. Got Burmy here, so just go for Ice Beam. And Psychic. Oh, she's gonna taunt us. Damn, okay, of course we get paralyzed. Yeah, so I believe it's a 50% chance of, like, not being able to act whenever you're paralyzed. I will say the good thing about it is that I can't get poisoned from Poison Jab, but it's still frustrating. At least it's only for this round, though. We're not gonna have to deal with that for the next round unless we select that on the board. Okay, on to number 2. With Voltorb, Skorupi, and Cacnea. Ah, damn it, we got paralyzed again. Okay. It's not that big a deal. I'm trying to keep up with my Pokemon training and my own schooling. Oh wow. That's how I was when I was in school. Yeah, so go for Psychic. There we go. Now, I can't remember the type that Skorupi is. Is it poison and bug? Because I know it turns into a poison and dark type. I don't think it's dark type now, though. Okay, yeah, it is poison and bug, so psychic again. Yeah, if it were a dark type, I wouldn't be able to use psychic because dark types do not take damage from psychic moves. That's one of their many immunities. Well, it's their only immunity. Okay, Cacnea, Ice Beam. There we go. This isn't going to work. My grades are the best in class, but what? Alright. Yeah, so this time we're going to be running into Lily, Corsola, and Nosepass. Okay, I know that this is a YouTuber that I reference often, but Nosepass really does make me think of the Amanda Files. Because she had like a whole rant about them during one of her streams when she was playing the Scarlet and Violet DLC. Like, she had a whole rant about how much she disliked them, and then like just a little bit later in that stream she started coming around to liking them. It was amazing timing there. But yeah, Nosepass is actually a Pokemon that I've always like really liked though. I think it has like kind of a dorky design, but I like dorky. I wouldn't mind getting a plushie of Nosepass actually. Okay, Corsola, we're just gonna use Thunderbolt. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that they were that bulky. Okay. Now we can go for Shadow Ball to finish it off. Bulky on a Grande over here. But yeah, look at it. It's got such a like dorky design. It's so cool. The big bright red nose. Alright, game number 4. What you got there, ma'am? Duskull, Piplup, and Swablu? Okay. Okay, the speed's going to decrease now for the next one, which is good for us. On behalf of my village, I take on this challenge. I don't know why I did like some kind of Francine from American Dad there, but I felt it worked. Okay, Shadow Ball. It's water bed. Piplup, we've got another Thunderbolt here. Right and ready for ya. And Swablu. Ice Beam for flavor. Fellow villagers, I'm so sorry. My best wasn't enough. Okay, that was number 4, so now we're on to number 5. With Delcatty, Lileep, and Pachirisu. Okay. Okay, that's fun. That's a fun blend of Pokemon there. Okay, no event this time from the board. My daddy is a real mountain man. Does that make my mom a mountain woman? I mean, it might. Depends on her interests. Okay, Delcatty, very cool Pokemon. But it also should be very easy for me to defeat. Got Lileep, which is rock and grass. We don't have anything that would be super effective against that, because I think rock resists ice? Maybe? Actually, no, I don't think that's the truth. Yeah, Ice Beam should be super effective. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I get the type chart mixed up in my head sometimes. Yeah, so it didn't one-shot it, but we did get the freeze. And Psychic. Okay, we got paralyzed. So yeah, what's Pachirisu gonna do now? Sweet Kiss? Okay, that's potentially annoying. Go for Psychic. Please hit. Okay. Yeah, it's like a 50% chance, I believe, of you not acting whenever you are paralyzed, and then it's another 50 on top of that whenever you're confused. And instead of just like skipping your turn whenever you are confused, if you don't end up attacking when you're confused, you actually hurt yourself in confusion. So it deals an attack to your own Pokemon based off of your attack stat, using your defense stat. It's a, like, typeless move. I believe it's, like, 40 base power that it does. So, like, depending on the, like, amount of attack and defense your Pokemon has, it can actually do a lot of damage that way. It's Murray. Welcome in. Thank you so much for tabbing me up, and thank you for following me the other day. I really appreciate it. Okay. Well, this last one that we did was trouble. This next one should go pretty easy, even with them getting a berry. Yeah, it's a Pecha Berry, which isn't relevant to our Pokemon. Okay, Chatot, let's use Ice Beam. Illumise, Thunderbolt. Ooh, Silver Wind. How much is that gonna do on us? Okay, go for Psychic now. There we are. And Apom, that's another Psychic. Another one, thank you. Okay, game number 7. This is the last one for this streak. Okay, her Pokemon are burned, so cool. When I was little, I hated cycling. I couldn't get the hang of it. So true, bestie. Bastiana Grande. Okay, Thunderbolt should KO Wartortle. Celio might not actually be one-shotted by Thunderbolt, but let's find out. Okay, good. It was. And Swellow, Ice Beam for flavor. Okay. Yeah, so we are just going to go ahead and save right here. After it'll, you know, go through the whole thing there. Here we go. Now, thank you guys all so much for hanging out tonight. Again, this is quite a bit later than I'm normally streaming, but I really appreciate you guys all coming in to hang out for a bit. It's always nice to see new folks come through, and I appreciate each and every one of you wanting to come in and spend a little time with me and chat while I crash out and lose at these kids' games. So yeah, shoutouts to all of you. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you for this next stream, which will be a little bit earlier, and I'll be playing Date Everything. I've been having a lot of fun with that game. You can check out my shorts for it on TikTok or also on YouTube. And I have my like long play VODs and everything up there on YouTube as well. So if you like really goofy dating sims, that's a great one for you to check out. Or you can just check out my gameplay videos and let me know what you think. See the perspective of someone who is a romantic and asexual playing a dating sim. I think it's really fun. But yeah, once again, thank you all so much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye!